Introduction to the British Barbarians. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Ruth Golding. The British Barbarians by Grant Allen. Introduction, which every reader of this book is requested to read before beginning the story. This is a hilltop novel. I dedicate it to all who have heart enough, brain enough, and soul enough to understand it. What do I mean by a hilltop novel? Well, of late we have been flooded with stories of evil tendencies. A hilltop novel is one which raises a protest in favour of purity. Why have not novelists raised the protest earlier? For this reason. Hitherto, owing to the stern necessity laid upon the modern seer for earning his bread, and incidentally for finding a publisher to assist him in promulgating his prophetic opinions, it has seldom happened that writers of exceptional aims have been able to proclaim to the world at large the things which they conceived to be best worth their telling it. Especially has this been the case in the province of fiction. Let me explain the situation. Most novels nowadays have to run as serials through magazines or newspapers, and the editors of these periodicals are timid to a degree which outsiders would hardly believe with regard to the fiction they admit into their pages. Endless spells surround them. This story or episode would annoy their Catholic readers. That one would repel their Wesleyan Methodist subscribers. Such an incident is unfit for the perusal of the young person. Such another would drive away the offended British matron. I do not myself believe there is any real ground for this excessive and, to be quite frank, somewhat ridiculous timidity. Incredible as it may seem to the ordinary editor, I am of opinion that it would be possible to tell the truth and yet preserve the circulation. A first-class journal does not really suffer because 2 or 3 formalists or 2 or 3 bigots among its thousands of subscribers give it up for 6 weeks in a pet of ill temper, and then take it on again. Still, the effect remains. It is almost impossible to get a novel printed in an English journal unless it is warranted to contain nothing at all to which anybody, however narrow, could possibly object, on any grounds whatever, religious, political, social, moral, or aesthetic. The romance that appeals to the average editor must say or hint at nothing at all that is not universally believed and received by everybody, everywhere, in this realm of Britain. But literature, as Thomas Hardy says with truth, is mainly the expression of souls in revolt. Hence the antagonism between literature and journalism. Why then publish one's novels serially at all? Why not appeal at once to the outside public, which has few such prejudices? Why not deliver one's message direct to those who are ready to consider it, or at least to hear it? Because, unfortunately, the serial rights of a novel at the present day are 3 times as valuable, in money worth, as the final book rights. A man who elects to publish direct, instead of running his story through the columns of a newspaper, is forfeiting, in other words, 3/4 of his income. This loss the prophet who cares for his mission could cheerfully endure, of course, if only the diminished income were enough for him to live upon. But in order to write, he must first eat. In my own case, for example, up till the time when I published The Woman Who Did, I could never live on the proceeds of direct publication. Nor could I even secure a publisher who would consent to aid me in introducing to the world what I thought most important for
Sample complete. Ready to continue?